Hey guys, welcome back to Trendy Gadget. Today we'll talk about why you shouldn't buy an RTX 3080 until Christmas. Let's get into it. Number 1. The good news and the bad news. The new Nvidia Ampere and AMD Big Navi GPUs were coming. The previous gen cards were selling out due to the increased COVID-19 fueled demand, so you were effectively getting less GPU for more money. Nearly 4 months later, guess what? It's still a terrible time to buy a graphics card. This is especially true if you're looking at the top of our best graphic cards and GPU benchmarks hierarchy lists. The good news is, we now know a lot more about what the new GPUs can deliver. The bad news? Everything fast, shiny, and new is likely to continue selling out as quickly as it can be produced, probably into the first quarter of 2021. Here's the short recap. First, Nvidia has officially launched the GeForce RTX 3090, GeForce RTX 3080, and the GeForce RTX 3070. The first two offer new levels of performance, though the price of the 3090 makes it a hard pass for anyone not doing professional work that can benefit from the 24GB VRAM, with gaming as a secondary option. The 3070 meanwhile basically delivers RTX 2080 Ti performance at less than half the price. That's the theory anyway, but finding any of these cards in stock is an exercise in frustration. Number 2. Why you shouldn't buy the previous gen GPUs. Okay, so you can't likely even find the new GPUs or the soon to launch GPUs in stock, so why not just pick a previous generation card on sale? It's a nice thought, but the problem is that most previous generation GPUs are overpriced now. Again, blame COVID-19. With just about every mid-range or higher GPU has seen prices increase over the past few months. One of the best deals of the early mid-2020 was AMD's Radeon RX 5700, which saw prices as low as $280. After rebates, it's about 10% slower than the RX 5700 XT, but that card was typically selling for $350 or more, so the trade-off was worth taking. But now, the cheapest RX 5700 we can find in stock, not counting eBay, costs $434. That's more than the cheapest RX 5700 XT, which still costs $390. Either way, you're paying more for a card that will inevitably perform worse than the newer stuff. Nvidia's RTX 20 series GPUs are, if anything, worse than AMD's Navi 10 parts. RTX 2060 Super is almost viable since you can find at least one option for only $390, except it's an open box. Other RTX 2060 Super cards are supposedly in stock starting at $550 or more. Let's get real, $500 for the RTX 3070 will give you 50-60% more performance, once the 3070 is regularly available for purchase. Also, see the above RTX 3060 Ti. 2060 Super is still arguably the best of the worst high-end 20 series Nvidia cards right now. RTX 2070 starts at $540, which is technically better than the 2060 Super, even if it's the 2018 model, but it's used, so at that point, just go take your chances on eBay. 2070 Super cards are listed at $700 and up, and the 2080 Super cards start at $950 on Newegg. It's sheer madness. Overspending on underperforming hardware is not what an enthusiast should do. Pandemic or not, those are all Newegg links, but if there are better prices around, we're not finding them. Number 3. Are there any graphic cards worth buying? Okay, so we just recommended against buying just about any of the existing or previous generation cards, but surely there must be something that's not a terrible buy, right? There is, but not in the high-end or extreme performance range. Your best graphic cards, bargains right now, are all budget and maybe mid-range cards. Let's start with the faster cards. For AMD, the Radeon RX 5600 XT starts at $260 after rebates, with many available for under $280. Similarly, Newegg has several Nvidia RTX 2060 cards available for $280 to $325 after rebate in some cases. Most other places seem to charge a bit more, or parts are out of stock, so that's probably the best overall deal right now. Spending more than $350 ends up being close enough to the latest GPUs that shopping or waiting for one of those is a better plan. The concern is that the new GPUs basically make these older generation cards feel more likely that they should cost $200 to $225, not $275. $275 is what we'd suggest as a reasonable price for the RX 5700 XT, not the 5600 XT, considering its features and performance relative to the latest GPUs. What's more, 6GB VRAM on the 5600 XT and 2060 is definitely going to be a limiting factor in some games, forcing you to use the high setting instead of ultra quality on textures and shadows. Maybe that's a bit of a placebo, but there are definitely games like Red Dead Redemption 2 where the drop in texture quality is visible. 6GB felt okay a year ago, but now it's at the bottom of what we would suggest for a GPU that costs close to $300. Number 4. The verdict. If you're still wanting for the RTX 3000 series to be available at your local store, we'd suggest you to wait a bit more, because the RTX 3000 Super series will probably be released in December and is going to be huge. In one of Linus's videos, he was able to run Crysis Remastered at roughly around 60 FPS using the RTX 3090. Sure, the 3090 is the most powerful card that GeForce has to offer as of now, and the rumor has it, GeForce is about to launch their next version of the 3000 series. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.